If I could go back in time and talk to my younger self, there's so many things I'd say. Your 20s can be amazing, but they can also be full of mistakes and full of regrets. Today I'm going to be sharing 10 biggest lessons I wish I knew before turning 20, so you can be able to avoid this mistake the most of your life. Make sure to watch till the end, because number 9 is something that could save your years of struggle. Point number 1. Time is your greatest asset. When you're young, it feels like you have all the time in the world. But trust me, time is your most valuable asset. You can always make more money, but you can never get your time back. Use it wisely, learn new skills, build meaningful relationships, and don't waste years chasing things that don't matter. If you know that something is not worth it, kindly just let it go, because every single minute that you waste, remember you can never recover it. This is the time that I'm coming to realize that whatever time that I wasted before, this is the time that I needed it most. And it's very hard to recover that time back because you cannot. Point number 2, money mistakes to avoid. I wish someone would have told me how important financial literacy is. Many young adults get caught in the trap of overspending, taking on unnecessary debt, or not even saving at all. Start budgeting, save at least 20% of your income, and most importantly, learn how to invest. The earlier you start, the more financial freedom you'll have later. This is something that I never knew before. In my 20s, the only thing that I was focusing is only going for clubbing, having fun with my friends. Little did I know that I was just only wasting myself, because the moment you're broke, no one is going to be there for you. Remember, you'll always have friends only during the time that you're able to be able to facilitate yourself and to facilitate them. But the moment you're broke, no one is going to be there for you. So choose your time wisely, use your money wisely. Okay, just focus on yourself and stop focusing with other unnecessary things. Point number 3, build real relationships. In your 20s, the people that you surround yourself with either push you forward or hold you back. So you need to be so careful. Choose your friends wisely. So cut out toxic people and focus on building real, meaningful connections and networking. It's not just for work, it's for life. Opportunities come from the people that you know. We have this kind of people whereby you just want to be with this kind of people just because they make you laugh, or maybe these people that when you're stressed up, they will just call you out and then you just go for clubbing and all that. But by the end of the day, you don't know these people. They have their lives outside there, but they're not telling you what they're doing. So instead, you'll just be focusing only on them instead of focusing with yourself. So these are some of the things that you need to cut out. Just know that this is a true friendship, and if the friendship is not worth it, just let it go. Same applies to relationships. Okay, if you know that you're in a toxic relationship and it's not working out, believe you me, the more you keep on staying with that person, the more you're wasting your time, because the time that you've wasted with one kind of a person, remember, the time is not recoverable. You cannot be able to trace back that time. So if it's not working, just assume yes, like just accept it and move on with your life. Go on, and I believe that you'll get someone else better. But don't keep on sticking and hoping and praying that things will change. If he or she has never changed, then just know that the person will never change at all. So it's a high time, get rid of them and move on quickly as soon as possible. Point number 4, stop caring what people think. One of the biggest lessons I learned is that nobody really cares. Nobody cares at all. Nobody cares if you ate. Nobody cares if you've gone to work. Nobody cares if you're okay or if you're not okay. So we waste so much time worrying about what others think of us. But the truth is, most of the people are too busy thinking about themselves. So do what makes you happy, the risk, and don't hold yourself back because of fear. there's one thing that I came to realize. I was holding myself from doing YouTube because I used to care a lot what people are going to say. Maybe people will be like, this one, she's too desperate. Why is she going to do this? Or even I used to overthink on how people are going to think about me just because of the content that I'm going to do. So until I came to realize, okay, this thing, I should have done it a long time ago because it has been something in my mind that I really wanted to do. But I was overthinking because I used to care a lot of what people are going to say. Little did I know, if I did it a long time ago, I don't know, by now I will be in a very far place. But I thank God because despite conquering all these fears and not thinking about people are going to say, I'm moving on forward, and it's the best decision that I've ever done. But I just wish I did it earlier. But you know what? I'm gonna be. I'm just thinking of making this time that I have the best moments that I lost during that time. Even though I know that I cannot be able to get to the bottom of, I cannot be able to recover all the time that I lost, but I just want to make this period the best of the best. So you out there, if you know that you want to do something, try it out. Stop overthinking. Stop thinking about what people are going to say about you. Nowadays, I believe social media is one of the best thing. Yes, it's good, and by the end of the day, it's bad. It's not really. Yeah, so you just need to think wisely and make up your decision on what you want to do, but don't care about what other people are going to say. Because I noticed one thing: when you're down, or maybe when you're starting something, it same applies when you're starting a business and maybe the business is not okay. So people will always laugh at you, but the moment you start rising up, that's when you're going to find people coming back to you and telling you, oh, I've been watching you, I've been looking up to you. I've been, those kind of things will always come. But when you are starting, people are just laughing at you, and they were just mocking you. So always begin something and don't care about what people say. Start, and that's how you're going to succeed in your life. Just believe in yourself. Point number 5, health is everything. Ignoring your health in your 20s will cost you later. I wish I had focused more on eating well, exercising, and getting enough sleep. The habits you build now will affect you in your 30s and your 40s and beyond. So take care of yourself now, and your future self will thank you later. I believe we have those kind of people whereby, like, they have a problem with their habit of eating, or just the kind of things that they're consuming in their bodies. So it's a high time. Just think about yourself. We have this kind of people whereby when you look at them, they have a very young age. When someone, he's about, maybe he or she maybe might be about 20 or 30 years old, but by the end of the day, when you look at them, maybe they might be around 50. Like, you just assume that maybe they might be 50s or even 60s, because people never took care of themselves. It same applies to when you give birth to a child. We women, we tend to, our bodies react so fast. So it's a high time when you give birth, just bounce back and be that girl that you used to be. Don't just sit there, like, and you're just like, no, I'm a mom, and the more you just decide to be you or mess up your life, remember, this thing, you can never be able to catch up again. So I remember before, I used to consume so many things, like back in my country, whereby we were doing, like, there's so many stuff that we were just consuming. If I show you my pictures back, believe me, you will not even know that this is me. I really wasted myself a lot. Little did I know that a time will come like this, and I will be regretting. If I show you my pictures before, in my 20s, you'll even laugh at me, because I used to look so old. And during that time, mind you, I never even had a child. But when you look at the photos right now, I'm a totally different person. You cannot even compare me with that with those photos, because I look someone else different. So guys, always embrace yourself, and take good care of yourselves, because the time wasted, you cannot be able to recover it. Eat well, take good care of yourself, and by the end of the day, you're going to succeed in your life and you'll love the outcome. Point number 6, rejection is not failure. Rejection is part of life, whether it's in your career, relationships, or even personal goals. Rejection doesn't mean failure. Every successful person has faced rejection, but they kept on going. Learn from it, improve, and move forward. We have this kind of people whereby when you lose your job, you feel like that is the end of the world. Like this is what you really wanted. Same applies to relationships. When you just lose a relationship, you're fully drained, you don't even want to do anything. Even others even consider killing themselves. Imagine you're killing yourself and someone out there is already enjoying and already moving on swiftly and so fast. So always focus on yourself, you yourself. Stop focusing on other people, and just know that whatever career or whatever work that you are working, if you lose it, God most probably had better plans for you. Or even if it's a relationship, you just lost it, just know that God already had better plans for you, and you're going to get someone else better. So always think about that. Stop overthinking and you're like, God, why? There's always a reason. God will always give you and he will always take. And when you see him taking, most probably he's taking it for the best. So don't be negative, just think positive and believe in yourself and believe that God, he can move mountains for you. Just have faith in him. Point number 7, learn to say no. In your 20s, you'll feel pressure to say yes in everything. Parties, extra work, unnecessary commitments. But saying no is a skill. Protect your time and energy for the things that truly matters to you. Not everything that you have to accept and acknowledge and say yes, yes, yes. Even if you're being overworked, you just say yes. Even if maybe, for example, your friends come and they just tell you, okay, hi, please come, let's go for a party. Today you went for a party, tomorrow you go for a party, again the next day you go for a party. Come on, it's a high time you need to learn to say no. These no's will also come to help you in one day. Not everything you have to accept and just say yes, 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 yes. If you feel like you're in a toxic place, don't just accept and you're like, yes, I'm okay, yes, no. Come on, it's a high time that you need to learn on how to say no. Not everything should be a yes in your life. Point number 8, take risks early. If you're waiting for the perfect time to start something, stop waiting. Your 20s are the best time to take risks. Start that business, move to a new country, try a new career. You have time to fail and bounce back. If someone would have told me before, like in my 20s, if I would have just started the journey of going in different countries, trying my luck in different countries, I believe by now I will be very far. But you know what? We always say that God's time is always the best, Rather than in your 20s, you're just there. You're not focusing on yourself. The only thing that you do is just sit there back, sit with your parents and do nothing. Some of us, sometimes I think we start dwelling on our parents. We are like, okay, they're the ones who are supposed to provide for us. They're the ones who are supposed to give us everything. But by the end of the day, it's up to you. If you don't start building your future on this time, then remember, no one is going to build that future for you. Our parents already did their own. They already built their own future. So now it's up to you. And in your 20s, that's when now you will start maybe thinking about family, having a family. So it's the best time. Getting a family, so the getting a family later will come to affect you if you've not already built yourself. This is whereby you come and find people whereby they're getting kids at a younger age, and by the end of the day they've got nothing to feed the kids. They've got, like, you find yourself, you're alone, the father even is not there, and you start struggling, or maybe you start looking up to your parents so that they can be able to assist you with finances. But in your 20s, this is the best time. If you know that you're in your 20s now, this is the best time now to build your career, to build yourself. Move, go look for jobs, start building up your career at this time. Point number 9, don't chase perfection. Perfectionism will always slow you down. Instead of waiting until everything is perfect, just start. Progress is better than perfection. Um, I can say that I'm a perfectionist and I have that problem. I used to fight a lot with my husband because when I want to do a video, I want to do it in a certain way. I don't want this kind of a background. I don't want this. So every time when I started a YouTube channel, we used to fight a lot just because of that. So, and it kept on draining him every single time until he was willing to support me, but eventually had to give up. He was like, no, you have a lot of standards that I can't, and that's how I end up being alone, because he kept on fighting me back and telling him, you know what, we have this, he will even go on YouTube and show me different kind of videos that people have done, and I'm like, no, I'm not them, this is me. Perfectionism, yes, it's good, but by the end of the day it might cost you not even do what you're planning to do. Because for me, honestly speaking, I ended up not doing a lot of videos just because I needed it to be in a certain way, and that one really costed me a lot. So I can say perfection, yes, it's good, but by the end of the day it's gonna cost you. So try, just start the process, and eventually you can now just work on your perfection. That one will work out, but just give it a try. Especially starting a YouTube channel, this is something that you should even start. Or maybe now Facebook is paying already, TikTok, people are making money out of it. So just start. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just post that crazy videos. Actually, these crazy things and the things that are not even perfect, those are the things that are trending, and that's how you'll be able to make your money. So don't do the same mistakes that I did before and now see my life. But I thank God, I reached to a place whereby now I came to realize and I came to know that not everything has to be perfect. You just have to be raw. Actually, people love the raw things. Last but not the least, point number 10, your 20s don't define your whole life. People make it seem like you need to have your whole life figured out in your 20s. You don't. Your 20s are for learning, failing, growing, and discovering what you truly want. It's okay to change directions. So don't allow someone to come and push you just because you are still on your 20s, but it's a high time you just need to start building your career, building every single thing that you want during your 20s, because the moment you hit your 30s, that's something else. Remember, 30s, and the time is running so fast. So sit down and analyze and think of what you want to do during your 20s, because the time that you're going to waste during that time, you will not be able to recover that time back. Sometimes I just look at kids and I'm like, I wish I was a kid right now. I just wish I was a kid right now, because I see them like they don't suffer. And I remember when I was in high school, I used to tell my mom, I can't wait to finish high school and I go to the university and I start living my own life. Until today, I wish I can be able to reverse those words back, because life is not easy out there. So just make your dream come true by working out, by trying to figure out how you can be able to build yourself in your 20s, because when that time is over, you cannot be able to turn back the time. So embrace every single moment that you have in your life, and be you, do each and everything that you feel like you want to do, okay? And don't come to regret later. So that's all I can say. So guys, these are the 10 lessons I wish I knew before turning 20. If you're in your 20s or even younger than that, I hope this helps you to avoid mistakes and make the most of your life. If you found this video helpful, just hit the like button, subscribe for more life advice, and drop a comment below. What's one lesson that you've learned in your 20s? Kindly just comment below and tell me. Thank you so much, guys, and see you on the next one.